Good day to everyone. By the way, my name is Muhammad Faid Manalundong and I am here to answer the problem 2 in our assignment. So, as you can see, sinulat ko ito. Inanseran ko na agad para i-discuss ko na lang kung ano yung process ng pag-solve ko dahil wala naman akong whiteboard marker para isolve to ng mano-mano. So, in problem 2, here's the question. Problem 2, a cylinder is fitted with a piston restrained by a spring as shown in the figure. So the spring is fully extended or exerting no force when the piston rests on the bottom of the cylinder. So it exerts a force that is linear with distance moved as the piston rises after the air supply line valve is open. So at this state shown in the figure, the pressure inside the cylinder is 300 kPa and the volume is 0.5 liter. The piston diameter is 100 mm and its mass is 5 kg and ambient pressure outside the cylinder is the 100 kilopascal. And in additional, air is admitted from the supply line causing the piston to rise another 20 mm. What is the pressure inside the cylinder at this point? So, na-mention doon sa problem or the question is kapag daw yung spring is fully extended and the piston is in the resting at the bottom. So, wala daw nag-exert doon na force dito sa spring. Dahil yun nga, kapag yung spring is hindi naman siya naka-compress, walang force na nag-exert or nagpo-push away. So, dito, sa state 1, sa pag-supply ng air dito, nung na-openan siya, at nagbigay siya ng 300 kilopascal dito sa cylinder, is nag-rise yung piston and the spring is parang nag-compress and merong force na nag-exert patungo dito sa baba. So, yun yung hahanapin dito sa state 1, yung force ng spring. And accordingly, doon sa state 2, nag-supply na naman siya ng air dito, galing sa air supply. Then, yung cylinder, biglang nag-rise siya ng 20 mm. At ang hanapin naman dito sa state 2 is yung final pressure. So, as you can see, dito, sa state 1, diba, hanapin natin yung force ng spring. So, iba, nag-supply siya ng 300 kPa. So, gagawa tayo ng force balance kung ano yung mga nag-exert dito sa piston. So, first is yung 300, which is positive dahil pares naman siya yung air. So, ang ginawa ko dito, yung 300 kilopascal, i-convert ko na into pascal. I-multiply ko na lang siya ng 1,000 at naging 300 times 10 to the 3 pascal minus yung mass. Yung mass, yung weight which is the mass times gravity over A. Bakit over yung area? Dahil yun ba yung mass is kilogram and then yung gravity is meter per second squared over A which is meter squared. So, ang magiging unit niyan is Newton over meter squared at yun yung unit ng Pascal. So, kaya nga nilagyan natin ng area sa baba para maging uniform yung unit nila tsaka yung dimension. Minus yung air pressure na nag-exert din dito sa piston which is 100 kilopascal and kinonvert ko na lang siya into pascal. Minus yung force ng spring over area din. Dahil yun nga, yung force is equal to Newton over area which is meter squared and magiging pascal siya. So, dito sa given, makikita nyo pressure ng air, 300 kPa, yung atmospheric pressure which is 100 kPa, yung mass na given is 5 kg sa piston, yung volume is 0.5 liter, at saka yung sa state 2 na nabanggit dun is yung na-add dito na height is 20 mm, tsaka yung diameter na 100 mm. So, lahat naman nandito yung given, pero yung area paano natin makukuha? So, dito tayo. Ito yung formula ng area. Kukunin natin yung value ng radius. So, para makuha natin yung diameter is equal to 2r. Hindi manipulate na natin yan para makuha natin yung radius. Then, i-substitute na lang natin yung value ng r, which is d over 2. So, ang magiging result niyan is area is equal to pi o diameter over 2 squared. So, magiging area is equal to pi over 4 diameter squared. So, given naman yung diameter na dito. So, i-convert na lang natin siya into meter para uniform naman sila sa unit. So, magiging 0.1 meter. So, ayun, nakuha na natin yung yung area, yung formula ng area, yung diameter. Then, pwede na natin i-plug in yung mga given. So, first is yung 300 times 3 Pascal minus yung mass, yung 5 kJ times yung gravity, 9.81 meter per second squared, over yung area na formula nandito. And then, pi over 4, 0.1 squared, which is yung diameter. Minus yung atmospheric pressure, which is 100 times 10 to the 3 PA. Then, di-transpose natin yung spring ng force dahil ito naman yung hinahanap. Over pi over 4, tsaka yung diameter na 0.1 squared. So, ang result niyan is makukuha natin yung force ng spring, which is 1,521 Newton. So, ang next dito, makukuha na natin yung height na dimension doon sa problem na nag-exert ng 300 kPa dito. Hanapin daw natin yung height dito, kung ano yung nagbago, yung initial. So, magagamit na natin dito yung force is equal to negative kx, which is yung k is yung constant ng spring. So, magagamit din natin yung constant ng spring sa state 2 kasi yun nga, yung pag na-add na natin yung nagbago sa state 2, yung 0.02 meter or 20 mm, ay makukuha kailangan natin yung constant ng spring dahil hindi na yung magbabago. Constant na yon. So, dito, para makuha natin yung height, which yung x, ipalitan na natin ng h o yung height. So, ang magiging formula is force ng spring is equal to k, yung constant ng spring, times the height. So, para makuha natin yung height, magagamit natin dito yung volume na given, yung bago dito. So, ang formula ng volume is pi r squared h. So, katulad dun sa ginawa ko kanina sa area, palitan natin yung radius, yung value ng radius dito. So, ang magiging formula is volume is equal to pi over 4 d squared h. So, dito makukuha na natin yung height. So, yun na nga, given naman yung volume, so i-plug in na natin. So, pero, ang mangyayari yung 0.5 liter is kailangan i-over natin yan ng 1,000 meter cube or cubic meter para maging uniform sila sa mga unit or pare-pare sila ng dimension. So, ayun, plug in na naman natin yung mga given. So, pwede mo na yan i-shift solve sa calculator or cycle at magiging result niyan is yung 0.06 meter, which is yan yung height natin dito, 0.06 meter. So, ayun, makukuha na natin yung spring constant. So, i-manipulate naman natin yung formula. Magiging K is equal to force ng spring over H. So, ayun, nakuha na natin yung force ng spring and then yung height. So plug in na natin at magiging result yan is 25,359 Newton over M. Yan yung unit niya. So ayan, nakuha na natin yung spring constant. Makaka-proceed na tayo sa state 2. Sa state 2, na nasabi doon na nagbago na naman yung height dahil nag-supply na naman siya ng air sa cylinder. So kailangan hanapin natin yung final pressure niya na hindi na magbabago dahil ito na yung gagamitin natin yung spring constant. So sa state 2, hanapin natin yung mga gagawa naman tayo ng force balance. Hanapin natin yung mga nag-exert ng force doon sa piston. So first is yung hanapin natin yung pressure ng final pressure minus yung minus dahil pababa yung weight over A o yung area pares lang doon sa state 1 minus yung K, yung spring constant, tsaka yung ito yung H. Yung H na ito, hindi yun yung 0.06. Yan yung nagbago, yung final height. Yung kapag inad natin yung nadagdag dito at saka yung initial. So, ayan, over A minus yung pressure ng atmosphere is equal to 0. So, para makuha natin, transpose na lang natin yung iba para matira lang dito is yung final pressure. So, mass times gravity over area plus K, yung spring constant, times yung final na height over A plus pressure ng atmospheric. So, plug in na natin yung mga given dahil nandyan naman lahat. So, 5 kg times 9.8 meter per second squared over pi over 4 times 0.1 squared plus yung spring constant and then yung final na height which is ito 0.06 plus 0.02 meter. So saan nyo nakuha? Gi-convert ko yung 20 mm into meters. So ito, gi-add ko na siya 0.02 m plus 0.06 is equal to 0.08. So ayan, na-plug in na natin. Over pi over 4 0.01 squared plus 100 times 10 to the 3 Pascal. And then, kapag nilagay nyo yan sa calculator, makukuha nyo na yung answer, which is the final pressure is equal to 364 kilopascal. So, this is the answer. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.